Anybody that has anybody? Okay. I'm just trying to run through. Increased productivity. All this one, I don't think they concern us like that. Recognize. You have to create a sense of belonging and affiliation. That way, make everybody feel among. They know that they are part of something bigger. Then it will help to improve the quality of the work life. Progress and development. If you are on a particular stage for 2-3 years, you start getting tired. Why am I still on intern level 1 since the day I got to Bincom? Am I not doing well? That kind of thing. So to keep those people that are doing well, to keep your key employees, you need to give them some sense of development. You need to promote them. Okay. So managerial skills, readiness for changes. That's another thing. Like I said, you need to create a learning environment where everybody is learning and continuously developing. Training and development. We are in the kind of situation where we are training and developing ourselves. So KD is an example of that. Participation. Ensure that everybody participates in this training and whatever the task is. Ensure that everybody participates. Let's go down for KD. Let everybody go down for KD. Access to information. This is very important. Well, how can we get access to information? Good internet. So if you want people to be able to adapt to different changes in the workplace, you need to give them access to information. You can't just expect things of them without giving them the required and requisite tools. So give them access to information. Awareness of reward and punishment. There have to be stated rules that, okay, this is what you get when you do well, and then this is the punishment you get when you don't do well. Then good employee relations. Trade union, that doesn't really concern us. Two-way communication. Ensure that communication is not just one-sided. When you're talking to your manager, it's only his view that is important. Nobody's an island. Everybody can exchange information and knowledge and wisdom. So we should try to ensure two-way communication. And a friendly environment for adapting change. So indicators of self-management. Okay, so depending on where you are working or where you are, there are some indicators that show that you are growing or you are developing yourself. First is personal growth. Is it that if you are doing well, money will follow you? So that's also an indication of how well you've developed. Good health. Do you watch your health? Do you exercise? Integrity and dignity. Well, that's subjective. Some people don't consider having high integrity as an indicator, but then for someone that matters to, it's a good one. If you are developing as a person, you have higher integrity and then dignity. Spirituality, prosperity, and happiness. This is also a very important indicator of self-development. If you are happy, you know that you are doing well. The sense of meaningful life. Are you using your life to do something important? What are you doing with your life? If you can answer those questions well and you're happy with the answers, then you are developing. You are having a self-development. Okay, so group work now. So what are the things that you'd like to do in the next 1 month? Olivia? Yeah? What are is there on the slide? What are the actions you'd like to do in the next 1 month? 1 month is there. It's on the. What are your short-term goals? That's what I think. Those ones that are not so personal, just those ones that you can feel comfortable sharing. Okay, for me. Okay, so what are your action points? How exactly, how do you want to get to that stage?
We want to announce anything in our office during morning.
Those are your short-term goals.
No, like the action that we take, that's part of it. I will take action. I will act more. No free service again.
Oh, even
the service that I will give to must be something that will be very, very reasonable. Like something that will be very, very that.
Like what?
Be able to keep up. For me,
Hey,
I'll be stopping everybody on your events. That in the next 1 month you have social media with all those events.
Okay, that's valid actually.
And before you come, like you want me to assist you, really assist you with it, you have to pay. Not, you might not pay money when you bring something that will encourage me to help with that part of the action. Then also discuss. Once I know that your brain, like you are calm and you are doing something, I will just feel like how far bring out your objectives. Let's see how.
So those are your actual points and your commitments together.
I will be going there.
Okay, for those ones involved, take notes. Wow.
I'm being sincere.
I understand. So now we are going to time management. This KD is 88 slides, so those ones that are sleeping. Those ones sleeping. Yeah, in for a long. Yeah, in for a very long KD. Okay. Okay.
Sorry guys, we don't have to get into bed, so is that not having backup? This is backup.
Hello, okay, the rule that each cake is 30 minutes, so it's cake can be more. Yeah, the cake master has to follow the rule. Cake master does not make the rule.
It's done. Let me continue. The next session. Thank you. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry, good morning. Yes, my take is on time management. Sorry. Forgive us. Sorry.
And you're not also ask questions. Now let me go back. Let us ask questions.
Okay, what's that question?
This
Leave that to the next one.
go ahead.
I didn't finish. Do you guys agree? Should we continue for 1 hour?
Yes.
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. See, if you open your mind, there are a lot of things you can gain.
Yes.
That's this. Once it doesn't really concern you, you can't just say, okay, let me just close my mind to it. Okay, so time management. We can see that we have 60 minutes in an hour, 1,440 minutes per day, and then 525,600 minutes per year. And then during the period that I was reading those things out, at least 1 minute has passed. So how do you use your time? How do you use your time? So you're talking about time management. There's only one thing equally available to everyone in this earth. It's time. Everyone has the same amount of time. You can say, okay, you were not born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You can say you had a lot of challenges when you were born. But then, everybody has same time. That's actually not valid. Because people...
Same 24 hours.
But then, some people die before others. So you can't say everybody's time is the same. But let's just say everybody has the same time in a day. Exactly. Everybody has the same time in a day to achieve whatever they want to do. So it depends on you. It depends on how you want to utilize that time. So how can we manage time? It's possible. We can manage time. Being successful doesn't make you a good time manager. You can just be lucky. You can play Naira bet and have money. That doesn't make you a good time manager. Managing your time well makes you successful. I hope you can get the difference. It means you can be an accidental success. But then building the habits, time management habits would make you what's it called? No, it would make you successful. I'm trying to say the word like a sure success, a certain success. So you have to plan each day, each week, each month, and each year. Right now, I think most of us have things that we want to do before the end of the year, and we are working towards them. How are we planning? How are we going to manage the time? Some people say they want to finish their masters in 1 year, and you are in Nigeria. You understand that masters in Nigeria is 2 years. Is that a valid plan? No. Is that a valid goal? No. So how do you plan? How do you plan your time in a sensible manner? You can always change your plan, but only once you have one. You have to start with a plan first, and then that plan can evolve. You have to start with something, then you can adjust it and tweak it. So time management tips: develop a timetable schedule. What are the things you want to do in a day? How do you want to spend your time? Even if it's just writing a to-do list and then allotting time to different tasks that you want to accomplish in a day. So you have to develop a timetable schedule. Follow this schedule. Discipline is very important in this case. You have to be disciplined. Follow the schedule. Make time management your #1 priority. Know that your time is very important. Your time is very costly. You can't waste your time on anybody or on any task that is not productive. So make time management #1. Even if it's that you want to play and have fun, allot time to it. Okay, weekend, I want to watch movies I want to watch movies and wash my clothes and do whatever for 6 hours. Afterwards, I want to do something else. So make time management #1 priority. Cut television hours and reduce your chatting. Well, if you can effectively combine these things with other tasks that you need to perform, fine. But if you know that it's cutting into the time that you're supposed to use to do other important things, try to reduce television hours and chatting. Use Google wisely. You can search for something and then you had a particular thing in mind, but seeing something that distracts you click on that one instead, and then eventually you find out that you spent 1 hour checking something that wasn't the intended plan. So identify time wasters. Is it people? Is it your phone? Is it tasks that repeat themselves, or tasks that you can perform more effectively but just keep wasting your time? For example, if you have a photocopier and then you always want to do front and back, and then you put the front, you remove it, you go ahead, you turn the paper, you put it back, do the back. You are wasting your time like that. So you identify time wasters, those things that waste your time. Allocate, like I said earlier, allocate time for your leisure activities too. Allocate time for family, friends, society, and social events. In this party, I'm not spending more than 2 hours. At the barber salon, I'm not spending more than 1 hour. Allocate time to everything. But then this is only important when you have something to do. Because if you are just allotting time to different things, and then after doing those things you don't have anything meaningful to do, there's no point. So this is relying on the assumption that you have important things to do with your time. So I'm saying allot time to different activities. If you do self-meditation and self-reflection, and allot time to that too. So I don't know if you can understand. This is just saying different things that is giving us information in a creative manner. So the group said aim high is at the top. Then the fan said be cool, always cool. Everybody just giving their own advice. The clock said every minute is precious, value your time. The mirror said reflect before you act, and act as planned. Then the window said see the world, you're not alone. The calendar said be up to date and track the things you need to do. Okay, so how you manage your time? Time management matrix. There are urgent and not urgent activities, and then there are also important and not important. Something can be important and not urgent. I hope you agree. Okay, so now there's a matrix to manage it. So those ones that fall in the first quadrant, crisis, customer complaints, deadline, preparations, those telephone calls, those things that are very urgent and important, they fall in the first quadrant. First quadrant is most important. First quadrant is those things that you need to do at that time. Then those things that are important are not urgent. Learning, empowering yourself, work-life balance, they are important but they are not urgent. And then the third one, you need to avoid, okay, the first two quadrants, you need to manage them. And those things that you need to avoid because they are not important. They are not important but they are urgent. So you need to avoid them. Interruptions, some irrelevant meetings, someone else's urgencies. Come and help me with this thing, please. And you have something that you need to do too. So it's not your business. If you don't have the time, you need to avoid it. And then meetings, junk mail, social media chat rooms, Facebook, all those things, they are not urgent and they are not important. So you need to avoid them. Not everything, but then avoid wasting so much of your time on them. So you need to read and read and read and read. Those are just some books that you can read for effective time management. So I don't know if you can see, this is saying manage your time and get success in life. They're almost saying that success is almost dependent on how well you manage your time. So self-knowledge is the beginning of self-employment. Understand yourself, assess yourself, know your key strengths and weaknesses. So from there you can start developing yourself. You identify and understand yourself. I said that before. Developing your self-development goals and plans. After you assess yourself, you make plans towards self-development. Am I going to get so number of professional certifications this year? Am I going to develop my writing skills and public speaking skills? Just set your goals and plans and then work towards it. You creating and practicing positive attitude. If you are not motivated, if you are not driven, you can't achieve all these things. So you have to have a positive attitude. You have to develop a positive attitude. You have to understand and understand how to achieve success. Try to manage yourself with time management. It's very difficult. You need a lot of discipline, but then try to stick to your plan to work well for you. So your permanent domain of concern, those things that are very important in the long run. Your body and your health. Health is wealth. It's only when you are alive that you can achieve stuff and do things. So that's very important. Try to take care of your body and your health. Friends and sociability. You need your friends, your relationships. Try to manage them. They are very important because at the end of the day, when you finish your work and you've achieved everything and there's nobody to enjoy it with, what's the joy? Marriage and relationship. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your fiancé and fiancé, whatever. They are important. Try to take note of them. And then family is very important too. They are all you have. Then your work, job and career, also very important. Education, learning, competence. Learning is a lifelong thing, so it's very important. Money, this one should be in what's it called? Uppercase and 40 fonts. Money is very important. If you don't have money, it affects every other thing. So money is very important. Community, try to see how you can develop your immediate community, and if you have the ability and chance, and if you are lucky, see how you can affect the world positively. Your emotions, moods, and I don't know what pleasure means, but emotions and moods. Try to keep yourself happy. Try to lift your spirits. It's very important too. Spirituality and ethical living. Try to be at one with yourself spiritually. Spirituality means different things to different people. So depending on what it means to you, try to work on your spirituality and your ethical living. How? Don't do what you don't want to be done to you to other people. Try to have high level of integrity. Try to be nice to others. That's just ethical living. So all these things are important. Those are the things that you should concern yourself with. That's permanent domain of concern. And when we started, we said what we started with was a lot of people want to change the world. How can they do it? So now you understand that if you can make the difference in yourself, you can make a difference for the world. So thank you. Any questions? Any questions? Okay. Yeah, urgent.
Yeah. First of all, what is life balance?
Life balance.
Yeah.
Depends. It could be work-life balance. It could be hobby life balance. It could be family life balance. If work-life balance, that's something I can explain well. You don't let you allot time to different things. Time to work shouldn't merge with the time that you're supposed to spend on yourself, on your family, on different things. Just try to maintain a balance between your work and your play and other things that you need to, that makes all those things that make you a human being. Try to strike a balance between it. And I can't see where there is balance.
Not always manage life balance.
Okay.
So, are you going to say the slide?
What?
The slide.
This.
Work. MK work.
Yes, that's the focus of this one. But then a lot of they touch on a lot of things, like here talking on permanent domain of concern. It's not just like at the end of the day you are spending your life working most of the time. Once you finish studying, it's just work. You work for normal person finishes school around between 20 and 20, maybe 26 thereabouts. Since that time, from that time to 65 years old, you're expected to be working. So that's the focus of this. Is for people that are already working and how they can have a better life. So that's why it's so focused on work. Okay.
The whole thing sounds like conscious, like 100% conscious throughout.
Okay.
Does it ever get easier? Like, do you ever get used to it at some point? Some things will also
That's why I said, okay, from my own understanding, I understand that once you do something so much and repeatedly, it becomes a habit, right? So those things that seem difficult, once you've done them. So, any other question? Okay, thank you.
How do you practice?
Best backup KG out of 1 out of 1.
Actually,
We'll read again.